Take two. That was just a farce. I might upload it anyway, just for shits and gigs. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. Please return. Please like, share, subscribe. I don't know how to grow my YouTube channel. It's like, but I have people who do watch. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for keep on coming back. You guys are fucking warriors. I should make you all badges so that we're part of Team Kezzy. Anyway, disclaimer. My thoughts and opinions on this channel, don't take anything I say, even if I read it out as a quote. My thoughts and opinions, and occasionally little swear words may escape my lips. I do apologise, but not really, because it has to be done. Jeremy Hunt today has done a budget. Now, it's the budget, what's it, back to work budget. This ties in with the conversation that I was having with my best mate last night. She is currently looking for work. It is a fucking minefield. We were reminiscing, because we're both ladies. I'm not saying she'll batter me. I am 51, right? She's obviously much younger than me. Yeah, 51. I can remember 51 years of this shit and how much crappier things have got over the years. I remember my mum telling me when I was little that they used to have a park over the road. It's still there, over the road from me, less they've built bloody student flats on it, because that's what it's a plot of land, and that's what they do. They build fucking student flats because that's what Leicester is. It's student flat land run by corrupt little man. Sorry. I bet you any money Sir Peter Soulsby. Bet you any money, any fucking money you like, he's got plans for a bloody statue of himself. I bet you any fucking money. Anyways, my thoughts and opinions. I personally think a lot of people agree with me. He's just outed. He's just basically said fuck off. Three people is Labour. 3 people wanted him because he basically created a city mayor role, and he's been in it ever since. His self-made role. He's been sitting pretty. He's in charge of fucking Leicester on his fucking own. Remember him who bloody broke the lockdown to go and shag his missus? That guy, yeah. Anyways, corrupt. He's got a sir at the beginning of his name. You know what he should be investigated for before everything else. But definitely his financial tie-ins. Sorry, I'm going off on tangent. This is about my budget, not Peter Soulsby's corruption. Alleged corruption. Thoughts and opinions. And I'm allowed them, apparently. Apparently, we live in a democracy. We live in civilized society where people are allowed free speech. Doesn't work like that, but apparently we are. Anyway, back to the thing. It's a back to work budget, right? So I remember. Yes, there we go. I remember my mum saying this little park over the road from where my nanny used to live. It was just desolate, just waste space. But when my mum was little, they used to have a proper park. It sounded like Alton Towers with like little things that moved. And they had a park keeper with his little shed, you know, his little hut, and all the kids befriended the park. That wouldn't happen in today's society, because don't go off on another one, carry on. Yeah, because whatever. But yeah, they used to have so much more stuff, and it's being dwindled down, and now all we are rats on a wheel, right? I say rats because we're lab rats to these people. They can do what they fucking like, and they do. Just look at the past 3 years, right? So he's like, yeah, with his little red box. Oh, look at me. Look, I've got a little red box. Everybody's getting back to work. Where? Everywhere shut down because of the last 3 years. We're paying attention, mate. I just want to, basically, because they're trying to bamboozle us, right? So that we just, like we have been. Look up boiling, you know, how do you boil a frog? You just literally turn the heat up ever so gently. And he'll just be like, yeah, this is all right. Yeah, this ain't too bad. And like literally until eventually you just boil the frog. He won't jump out because it happens so gradually. We are also the analogy of the crabs in a pot, in my personal opinion. Well, not in personal, yeah, in my personal opinion, don't you, my channel now. Because we are literally being in that pot of boiling water, and as soon as somebody gets like looking like they're going to get out of it, the rest of them pull them back down again. So we're just a bag of analogies at this point. Anyways, what's happening to us now, and has been for generations, is just eroding away of our freedoms, enslaving us. And I know it sounds all conspiracy, oh, we're not slaves. Just look back at the past, and if you've got the mental capacity, look forward to the future, our grandchildren, our children and our grandchildren, what they've got to look forward to. If we don't say, right, enough now, stop it now, do it in a different way, because this has never worked. Ever, ever, ever. And it's only ever got worse. Back to the point. Back to work budget. So my friend and I, you know, it's like we're talking about it generally. You know, middle-aged women disgruntled with the state of things. And I said, you know, like when I was little, I remember my mum had 3 jobs in one day. She was a hosiery worker. Leicester, famed for its hosiery work. I don't know whether we still do it as much now, because I don't know anybody in that trade. But my mum was a hosiery worker all her fucking life. Paid her taxes all her life. To be killed. Anyways. Bye. Anyways, so she started a job. She got a job to start in the morning. And she went and she didn't like it, so she got up and she left and she went to another hosiery factory and she started another job and she didn't like that one either. So she went and she got the Mercury, got an early version of the Leicester Mercury out. So she'd just go, she'd look what the jobs were. Got 3 in one day. 3 jobs in one fucking day. Now we've got people who are just constantly unemployed because there's no jobs to have. My youngest son, bless his little heart, just started his first proper job. He has to go other side of town to get to that job. They can't believe that he lives so far away. But there's nothing around here because, you know, everything's just got centralised. It's just, you know, like city centre or you fucked, really. All the Foss Park, retail parks, that kind of thing. You know, like, because communities have broken down. Like, little places shut down all the time. During the corona bollocks, so many businesses fucking went under. Now, with the collapse of so much stuff, and obviously Amazon took over, which don't need as much staff, right? But with all of that fandango, the jobs ain't there. This tunt is come out and said, yeah, we're getting everybody back to work. And it literally, they're praising him. The news article is like, oh, woo, look at this, look. He's made it. He's pension lifetime allowance abolished. I told you it was going to be a back-to-work budget, Hunt said. With economic inactivity a major target. What, you're going to bring all these businesses back that you closed down? You're just going to create, like, because Leicester City Centre, mate, is just... It's a dive, apart from the shiny bits where Peter Soulsby has his businesses. Shiny bits. Where he's got his investments. He makes sure they're good. Leicester City Centre, mate, is a hovel. It's a literal shadow of what it was when I was little. And it just gets worse. Because twats like Soulsby are the people who make the decisions. Twats like Hunt are the people who make the fucking decisions, and they make them for themselves and their mates. It's never going to be for us. It never has been for us. And if you look back at a place where we had park wardens and decent rides for the kids, and now we've got fucking needles like lying about on Nothing. Just patches of fucking shitly upkept grass because we don't fucking matter and our kids don't matter. And right now I'm thinking that they don't matter to us either, because we're just sitting there like frogs in a pot, slowly temperature being brought up. It's like, yeah, whoa, now pensioners can keep putting into their pension. They can keep putting into their pension so that now they don't have to. It's not like, oh yeah, well, I've paid into my pension now, I can retire. It's like, no, you can keep paying in. You can keep working and get a bigger pension. The thing is that they're not pointing out is that you'll be dead by then. Do you know what I mean? Next pandemic. Remember, they're already planning the next pandemic. They said that before this last one. They're planning the next pandemic. Planning. And they laughed at people who called it a pandemic. But they've already said before the last one that there's going to be a next one. And we'll sit there going, I didn't see that fucker coming. Well, bugger bloody me. Whoever could have predicted that? Bill Gates, 3 years ago, mate. It was everywhere. They did not hide it. They've hidden nothing. Anyways, back to the work. Shite. Right. So now, the older you get, the longer you're allowed to work. Now, the point of a pension, riddle me this, surely, is I've paid into my pension. I've done my work for you guys. I've put in my effort to fucking buy your Bollinger at the fucking... Bollinger... pleb juice. At the fucking Christmas party, all my fucking life. Now it's time for me to relax. No, mate. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And the reason, this will tie in a minute with the next thing that, or the one after, right? That I'm going to go into. They don't need us. It's not about economy and growth and our benefit. It's about us being too fucking busy in the machine to realise that that these bastards are fucking us over. And if they keep us busy, we don't have time to sit there and talk to each other on Facebook because we're too fucking knackered after doing a day's work. Cracking, mate. Nobody will even notice. All I've got time for at the end of the day, put my feet up and watch a bit of the news. See where I'm going? Let's skip out the next one and go to the other one. Oh, no, I think that's with that one. Basically, they're doing the same with childcare now. And again, it's, whoa, look what we're doing for young parents. Now, we're providing free childcare for your children when they're younger. So you can go out and do your day's work. Where? My son, like I said, has got his first job. 8 hours a week he's contracted for. Now, you've got kids that are literally doing 3 jobs, whereas and you've got 3 people doing one person's job. So they keep their employment figures down, or up, whichever, because it's like, oh yeah, all these people are in employment. Yeah, because you've got 3 people doing one job. When I was a lass, you went out, you got up, got into work for like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and you left at 5:30. Now it's like you've got the early shift, the midday shift, the late shift, and then the really late shift. It's like, obviously you couldn't go from morning till the really late shift, but you see what I'm saying? It's like everything's being chopped down so that they can fit the numbers where it makes them look good. Plus, when a child is in childcare, they've not got their parental oversight. So you're going to have people pushing all sorts of agendas. We had it when we were little. Everybody is told as soon as they're taken away from their mother, as soon as they can wipe their own arse, is what I've always said, at the age of 4. Now it's even before that, right? You're going to have somebody else not fiddling with your kids, but sorting out your children's toiletry needs. A stranger, a virtual stranger, is going to be changing your fucking kid's nappy so you can go out and slave for these cunts. Sorry, that is a harsh word. Bastards. Like Oh, no, Gunter's a little bit further. It's literally his name. It's not. It is in my house, and most houses that I know of, to be fair. If you, like, oh yeah, Jeremy Hunt, I think he's lovely. Like, if your head a wobble, love, you don't realise who you're talking about. So they're saying, when you're older, when you've just starting out with your kids, we're going to give you more opportunity to work, and they're going to sanction more people. So it's literally just keeping our brains occupied with fucking fear. That's what school starts with, keeping you fearful. You have to be the same. You have to remember this. You have to be the same as everybody else. And then when you grow up, you leave school, you've got to be identical. Everybody's got to be fucking identical. And they are making it so that we can be identical from a very young age till the day we drop dead. We need to start realising that these are bad people that only serve their own interests. Right, and the last thing that I would like to talk about is the energy price guarantee and the cost of living. They've not talked about the cost of living thing, but they've said that basically, woo, look at us, we're so fantastic. We were going to raise under the extension, average bills will be capped at £2,500 a month until June, rather than increasing to £3,000 next. So it was the prices were due to go up by £500 in April. In a couple of weeks, the price was going to go up, and some clever sods realised and pointed out that the price of energy to the energy companies has gone down by 70%, and that is pretty fucking shitty to put the price up to the consumer when you are getting it at 70% less. Now, let's not forget, this whole fucking energy crisis was down to profit, because these people were making record profits. Fuck all to do with war in Ukraine, fuck all to do with Vladimir Putin, fuck all to do with supply and demand, purely down to corporate fucking greed and to billionaires wanting even more billions for themselves, right? It's all been about fucking profit, record profits for the last God knows how many years, and us down here are dying. Little old ladies are dying in their house, frozen fucking solid, because they can't afford to put their heating on, because rich bastards are taking even more money for themselves away from as many poor people as they can fucking grasp, right? Now, they're like, woohoo, look at us. Look what we're doing for you, you little fucking rodents, you nothing, you statistics. Look what we're doing. We're deciding April, May, June. For 2 months of your life, fuck knows what's going to happen in June, right? But they've limited it for 2 months. We're not going to put the prices up. Now, hark back to what I just said. The prices have gone down 70%. And we're meant to be fucking grateful that they're not putting them up for 2 whole months. We have to be grateful for that. It's bamboozling. They are it's a bamboozle budget. It's a budget of bamboozlement, because they are literally taking rights, liberties, our peace of mind, our sanity, our health and well-being away from us. And they are basically telling us that, whoa, ain't you done well, Lord? Didn't you do well? Have a look at what you've just won. Whoa, death. Whoa, starvation. Whoa, working every hour of your fucking natural life with no time for yourself, no time to educate your own kids. We'll get other ones of you to do it. Not people who are any good. People like you will employ you to look after other people's kids. So you can't look after your own because we need you employed. And we need, bugger me, we need loads more people in childcare because we've just had to fucking ramp up the childcare. So why don't you come and work for us? There you go, job sorted. I was happy to bringing up my fucking kids, thank you very much. But now you get paid for bringing up kids, but just make sure that they have to fucking be given the option of whether they want a willy or a fanny before they even know what it does. They've got to know that, oh yeah, there's some fucking dodgy sausage-fingered fucking beady-eyed twat that they've got to fucking think is majestic. All of these things. Oh, and the way that it's run is the only way that it can be run. And this is all for your benefit. Oh, and teach them, when we teach them history, we're not going to teach them how good things were when their parents were young, even though they were shitter than when their parents were young. We're going to teach them way, way back in a different fucking country. Because if we don't learn it, we're doomed to repeat it. We are repeating the same fucking thing on a daily basis. They are pissing on us and telling us it's raining. And enough has to be enough, because it's just taking the piss. It's gone beyond taking the piss. Please, let's come together. Let's fucking discuss this. Let's just talk about different ways that it can be done. Put your thinking cap on. Don't think which again is why they're wanting people on the wheel from birth till death, because then we can't sit together and we can't discuss how to get rid of the bastards. And it will be really fucking easy when we decide to do it. It's just wanting to decide. It's saying enough is enough. Everybody is fucking, I nearly said rioting then. Everybody's fucking on strike because they are fucking everybody over at one go. Please, enough. Switch the telly off. Sit there. Just fucking go. Right, okay. What can be done? Just get pissed with everybody. Just sit there. Just sit and switch the telly off. Get pissed with somebody. Smoke a spliff. And just go, how would you do it? And then let's talk to each other and discuss that. They have fucking meetings. Ahoy. Why don't we get together and have meetings? Except ours can be public because they do everything shady and behind closed doors. Why don't we try the opposite of that? Let's have a go. Yes, I'm just going to keep going on saying the same stuff. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel, because I've been doing it for 15 years and I really would like it if we, got talking. I don't monetize my channel, so you're not going to have to go oh, fucking hell, I've got to watch adverts. You can just listen to what I've got to say, take it in, don't take it in, agree, disagree, whatever. Let's just fucking do the opposite of what they do, yeah? Instead of secrets and fucking winks and fucking dodgy handshakes and pulling up one trouser leg, why don't we just boom in your face? Everybody knows what's going on. It's never been tried, and it's never been fucking, well, I'm sure the odd person would have thought about it. There's no point just one person thinking this stuff. We need to come together. We need to converge. People from all walks of life need to get together, talk about it, and go, right, in your professional opinion, or just what comes to your head, discussion, honesty, sharing, love. Please, let's talk about it. I shall see you again soon, and don't let the bastards grind you down, because that's just them winning, and I refuse to let them. Don't know about you.